everybody! Today's video is actually not a story time, but it's going to be a little life update. A lot of really interesting things happened to me recently. Some of them are good things, some of them are bad things, but overall I think they're very interesting to talk about, and I can't talk about them on Instagram, so I figured I would just talk about them here. So I'm going to be talking about my Instagram account, and then my job, and then finally just a little update about my dating situation, because I know I make a lot of videos about dating in Japan, but I haven't really spoke about my situation now, and I think that's a little bit unfair, and I think that I should probably tell you guys about that. Okay, so my Facebook account was actually suspended, which isn't really a big deal because I don't actually use Facebook that much. I only really use it to speak to my family back home in England. So the bad part is that because my Instagram is a business account, it's tied to my Facebook. So when my Facebook was suspended, my Instagram also went down. And yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do about it really. I'm still not sure why it was suspended. My Facebook said that I was reported for like sexual activity, which is definitely not anything that I posted on Facebook. Like, my Facebook is just how I communicate with my family, so I promise you there is nary a titty in sight. So I assumed that someone just reported me for fun, and then it turns out that now a lot of reports are done like through AI, and I guess AI just flagged it and they just took my account out. So when I got the email that my account was suspended, I'm sorry, it is 8 minutes until my cat's automatic feeder gives him his lunch, and he is not happy about it. So yeah, when my Instagram was suspended, my Facebook went down. I thought it's not really a big deal because I can just appeal it. But when I went to appeal it, there's a thing where you can send your ID. And I sent my ID, and it just comes up with a message saying that they can't process any appeals because they're lacking reviewers due to COVID-19, which I think is hilarious because, like, you're a tech company and you don't have people working from home. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't be running your company like this if, like, you just don't have the staff to review these things. When I try to log into my Instagram, it's like not even there. It's like, it's not exactly deleted, but it just doesn't exist, but it still does kind of exist. It's in this weird kind of like purgatory situation. So I honestly don't know what's happening with that. And you cannot directly contact Meta about these kind of things. The only thing you can do is go through like their help center, which isn't helpful at all because it keeps asking me to log into my Instagram, which I can't, and log into my Facebook, which I also can't. So really, they're completely useless. I knew they would be useless, but I didn't know it was just impossible to contact them. Like, I am completely shocked that it's this bad. Like, I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't know it would be this bad. And so I did a little bit of digging. I went on Twitter and I found out that like tons and tons of people are having the same issue as me, where their account was suspended for no reason. Like, it seems like a bug, or I don't know, some kind of outage. So a lot of people have just been banned for no reason, and there's no way to contact Meta, and there's no way to appeal it. So like, thousands of people just have their accounts suspended now for absolutely no reason. And then I went on Reddit and I found some forums where people also had their accounts suspended, and there's some things that you can do to try to get it back. People offer a lot of advice. A lot of things include like contacting the Attorney General of certain states and filing a complaint, and then just kind of like praying that they do something about it, because some people did have luck with that, where it seems like once the Attorney General's office contacted Meta and explained the situation, their account actually did get unblocked. So that's something that has some level of success. I tried that. I'm not sure if that's going to work. The only thing apparently that works is if you know someone that works at Meta and they can raise a ticket for you, which I don't know anyone that works at Meta, and I just think it's just so ridiculous. Like, that's the only way that they're gonna unblock your account, is if you know someone that works in the company. It's like a multi-billion-dollar company, and that's the only way they're gonna unblock it. It seems kind of unfair. And then a friend reached out to me because they're actually also a Lolita that live in Tokyo, and their account was suspended 2 months ago, their Instagram and Facebook, and they just never got it back. It doesn't seem like they're going to either. So honestly, I'm not that hopeful that I'm going to get my account back. There are success stories, but I think it's just a lottery, and I don't have the best luck, so I'm going to just assume that they're gone forever. So yeah, when my Instagram went down, obviously I was really shocked and upset because I make money through my Instagram as well. It's like a little source of income for me. I've met most of my friends off of Instagram. Facebook's the only way I can contact my family and my friends in England, so I'm going to have to probably make a new one. I was really upset, but also it was kind of a relief because I did get kind of disillusioned with social media, particularly Instagram, because I feel like they're always messing with the algorithm. They're adding new features, they're taking away new features, and all the content creators are kind of like in limbo. And like a lot of content creators, like this is their livelihood and they make all their money from social media, and then if one day the algorithm changes and it's not in their favor anymore, that can legitimately affect their business. Like now Instagram tries forcing people to make reels, so like artists and stuff like that have all of a sudden got to start filming themselves drawing, and it's just very unstable. And I feel like they're catering more to the advertisers, and when they should be considering the content creators, because everyone, all the users, we're the ones that are we're the driving force in keeping their company afloat, and we're the ones that put in the time, effort and hours to make content for them, and we're always the ones that lose out in the end. So I was tweeting about this recently, so I thought it was very funny that then my accounts got taken down. I'm legitimately surprised it wasn't my Twitter, because my Twitter is a place where I shitpost and spread misinformation. So like I'm generally shocked that it was actually my Instagram and not my Twitter. The bad thing is that I have some products that I'm supposed to take pictures of and post pictures for different companies, so that kind of sucks. I'll probably have to stop that for a while. I have another Instagram and it has 500 followers. It's just like a food Instagram. So if my Instagram doesn't come back by the start of next year, maybe I'll like start again and just post pictures, but I won't be posting as much because honestly it was also kind of a relief because I'm quite tired. Like I'm quite busy with work and other things, and constantly making content was kind of adding a little bit more stress. But I love fashion and I love seeing people's outfits, and I love taking pictures and posting outfits and like teaching people about Japanese fashion. So like that's the part that I'm mostly going to miss out on, and that would be the reason that I make another Instagram. Okay, so next let's talk a little bit about my job. I'll probably make a big video about this sometime because honestly it has been a wild ride, but I'll talk about it a little bit here. So basically, I've been working at my job for like 6 years, and I've had one coworker that I've worked with this whole time. At first, we were really, really close. She really, really liked me, but I don't know. She's like okay, but she's Japanese, and she's just a little bit weird. Like I feel like because I think she was homeschooled, she doesn't have a lot of friends, and she's just a little bit weird. Like she is an anti-vaxxer. She's like a conspiracy theorist. Like she really likes Donald Trump. She's racist. She says like some racist stuff sometimes, and I don't mean like xenophobic things. I mean like she'll say like actual racist things about like Chinese people or people with darker skin. I don't know. It's like you meet people like that now and then here. Like I never complained about her or anything. I just not a fan. But the trouble started, I think, because we get evaluated quite a lot by like different places. Like my actual company evaluates me. When parents come, they evaluate us. And like customers, like potential parents come evaluate us and stuff like that, and we actually get like written reports and stuff like that, so it's quite intense. But I always get rated quite highly, and it's mostly because I'm quite friendly and like I'm good with kids, but also like I consider myself to be a pretty good teacher. And she normally gets rated quite lowly because honestly she's just not very personable and the children don't really like her, and she's just not very good with children. So obviously that's where the animosity started, and she just, the last year or so, she's just been a little bit weird with me. And then she started to get very snappy, she started to be very rude. When we teach like classes separately, but a lot of the classes now we have to teach together because there's just not enough classrooms. So we'll teach classes together, and she'll just want me to be quiet the whole time, and if I speak she'll tell me to be quiet, or like she'll shush me, which makes me really mad. She's just generally rude, and she's really strict and mean with the kids, like a little bit too much. We work in quite a strict school, but even for that she just takes it too far. She's just not a nice person to be around. She's not a very good teacher, and I never really complained about her because honestly complaints don't really get you that far here if you're a foreign teacher. And like I didn't want her, as much as I don't like her, I didn't really want her to lose her job. But this last year has been pretty bad working with her, and I guess she's mad because outwardly it looks like I don't really try, because I think the teaching comes quite naturally to me, whereas she's always going to all these like seminars, and she's always looking up these really like niche teaching techniques and stuff like that. And I think she's dedicated her whole life to this, and it's just not working out for her, because I think sometimes if you overthink stuff, it's just not good. Like her classes now are like very experimental, but in just a really bad way. And because she's not good at English, but she's an English teacher, it's just not working out for her. The kids aren't really enjoying the lessons, which is making her more frustrated. And she's getting mad at me because I don't do everything she tells me to do always, because a lot of the things she tells me to do are just like, they're just wrong. So we ended up having a meeting about it with the principal of my school, her, and also my company came. And she really outed herself by saying she was really angry at me because she said that I don't do everything she wants me to do. And my company and the principal said, well, like, you have exactly the same job, like neither of you are higher. Technically she's actually my assistant, but in her mind I'm her assistant. And we had this back and forth, like, how would she get that idea in her mind? And yep, you guessed it, it's because I'm foreign. And she said, because I didn't graduate from a Japanese university, I'm not qualified to be a teacher, actually. And so unless you graduate from a Japanese university, you should only be an assistant in Japan. The only silver lining to this is the school is completely on my side and my company is completely on my side, and it's just, you know, it's just ridiculous. I mean, and everyone sees it, how ridiculous it is, but like, I know that it wasn't about that. Like, even during the meeting, she was like shaking and like tearing up, and like she was really frustrated and angry. And I know that like this isn't about me, it's about her and her own complexes about teaching and stuff like that. And honestly, it's just so stupid. It's just such an imaginary problem. Like, she's inserted herself into a competition with me, and honestly, I really don't care. Like, I just go to work to make money to feed my cats and pay rent. That's it. So like, it's been kind of bad because now like she was scolded pretty badly by our boss, and for the way she's been treating me, so that made her worse. So now at work, even though we work very closely together, she just completely ignores me. And so yeah, that's where we're at. It's nearing the end of the year, so I think we're gonna have a meeting, just me and her, at the end of this year, and I'm gonna have to be really strict with her this time, and I'm just gonna have to tell her that either we work together professionally and fairly, or she can leave, because I'm not leaving, and like, I don't think I should be the one to leave, but I don't honestly see how we're gonna work together anymore. It's honestly been pretty bad. So it's honestly it's been stressing me out quite a lot, because I really like my job, and like I like my coworkers, and I like the students, and I know I'm very good at my job. So it just really sucks when it's just like one thing that's going wrong. Yeah, that's kind of sucky. So yeah, that's where I'm at with my job right now. Let me know if you have a similar coworker or a similar situation. I will talk about this more in depth at some point, because honestly, it is wild. Like, some of the things she says are just so wild. I post about them sometimes on my Twitter, but I can't even post like the bad ones, because I don't even want her to like, I don't really want to get found out that I'm talking about her. But some of them are wild. Okay, so lastly, I'll talk about my love life, because I know that you guys probably actually deserve an update. I think I talked about this a little bit in the previous video, and I talked about it on my Twitter and my now defunct Instagram, so you probably know a little bit. But basically, I've been dating someone for about 7 months, and I really, really like them a whole lot. It's been interesting, I guess, because obviously I'm still actually living with my ex, and that's fine, because we're just like roomies, and we're like really, really good friends. It's not like a weird situation. But so next year I'm gonna move somewhere else, so I'm like constantly looking at apartments in my area and houses and stuff like that. I don't know if the person I'm with will be moving in with me. I would like that, but I know like it's kind of hard, because like we both come into each other's lives at like kind of a weird time, and we both come out of long-term relationships. So it's been thank you, Hada. It's been hard to like, I don't know, like not trust someone again, but like to go from like a 7-year relationship, and I think they were also in a 7-year relationship, to going to like 0 has honestly been quite a lot. And I think when you go into a new relationship after just coming out of an old one, again, you're scared that you're gonna mess it up, or you're gonna waste a whole bunch of time again. So it was like a weird adjustment, but honestly I just really, really like spending time with them, and yeah, they just make me feel really comfortable. They cook me a lot of food, and we go on a lot of dates, and they come to my house or I go to their house, and we just kind of like, it's just comfortable to spend time with them, which I think is the most important thing for me. They actually invited me to meet their mom this New Year's, which was kind of a shock for me. I thought it was really, really sweet, and it's also very scary, because you know, like meeting people's parents is always scary, but like I literally, when I was with my ex, I ended up being really, really good friends with his mom, so it's like just kind of like a weird feeling to go from that and then having to start again and like build rapport with someone else's mom, and like I hope that she likes me. So yeah, I'm just very, very happy. I was really surprised that I found someone I like so quickly. I reached out to them because I have known them for quite a while, and I asked if they wanted to go on a date, and at first they thought it was a joke, and they were like, yeah, let's go on a friend date. And so like that was really, really awkward, because like for the first like while, I think they didn't realize that I was actually like really interested in them, and I'm not really good at explaining my feelings, and they're not good at explaining their feelings. So it was honestly just kind of like a mess. But I think we're on the same page roughly now, and going forward I'm just really, really excited to see what will happen. And yeah, it's been the first time I've actually dated someone that was like me, because normally I date people who are kind of like serious and like mysterious, broody kind of types, and I really thought that was my type. But have only exclusively dating that kind of person, I can tell you that is not my type, and I don't want to date any more people like that. And the person I'm dating now is just very happy and like bubbly and funny and a little bit weird, and I'm kind of into it, yeah. So I'll give you guys more updates later on, because honestly I don't know what's gonna happen, but for now I'm gonna remain cautiously optimistic. So yeah, that's the life update. Sorry it's not like very positive. A lot of bad things happened, and you know, some good things happened too. Right now I'm focusing on maybe streaming. So I need to get a new computer, and I also need to pay for Holokin's eye surgery at the start of next year. So there's like a lot of things I gotta do, so it's good to have like goals. So yeah, maybe I'll start streaming. I don't know. Let me know what I should do now that I'm not an influencer anymore. I guess I have a little bit more time. I have a ton of hobbies, so I might just like throw myself into my hobbies. But let me know if you have any ideas what I should do. Thank you for watching, and as always, please subscribe.